welcome back to Hi Mama's Online Content Activity Hub. My name is Kaya and I'm an early childhood educator here at Hi Mama headquarters. For today's activity, I have to say this is probably one of my favorite activities to do. I love doing it as an adult and I know your kiddos will love doing this one too. This is the finished result. It's a spring stained glass. So it has like the stained glass effect by having it clear on both sides. And all of this can either be found maybe at the dollar store or in your backyard. Maybe you even already own some of this stuff. So for this activity here, you will need some stained glass. So in this case, it's contact paper or Mac tack, sometimes it's called. I found this at the dollar store in a really large roll, and there's lots of activities you can do with it. One being the stained glass activity. If you're not able to find this, no worries. You can always use some white tissue paper and some school glue. Once you put the glue on top of the tissue paper, it kind of turns it a little bit clear. Or you can always use wax paper if you have that lying around. It's clear enough, and instead of it being sticky on both sides, you'll just have to tape it down, but it gives the same effect anyways. So you can use Mac tack or one of the alternatives, tissue paper or even wax paper. You'll also need some string to hang up your lovely art creation, some scissors to do a little bit of cutting, a hole punch, or you can just use your scissors if you don't have a hole punch. And we're gonna need lots of natural materials. So in the past, I've let the kiddos in my classroom roam around on the playground, or in your case, maybe in your backyard, and find whatever plants and flowers they want. Being very careful not to pick the ones that are alive. We want to make sure those ones are growing. So all of these ones were either dead that I found on my own house plants. So I have like my old carnation flowers for my circle time activity, and I had some tulips that lasted me a couple weeks that were definitely time to go. And I was pruning some of my plants, so some of these leaves here I used and just cut off. Again, these bring about like really great talking pieces about, maybe why the flower or plant turned brown here. Sparks a lot of conversation. So feel free to use any natural materials you can find around your house or maybe in your backyard. Okay, so let's get into it. So for this, first thing we're gonna do with our Mac tack is just cut a small square. I'm gonna go with the square shape when I'm making my stained glass figurines, and you can maybe do a circle, you can do a star, you could have some of your children choose what shape they want to do, but I'm just going to go with the classic square. First thing that we're going to do is with our square, we're going to cut it right in half. The idea here is one side is going to be sticky that your child is going to decorate, and then once they've finished decorating it, you're going to put the other side of the Mac tack and kind of sandwich it on top there, just so it's sticky on both sides and both sides are transparent. So first, what we're going to do is once we've cut it, we're going to take off the paper side to reveal the stickiness of this and just lay it down flat on your table. And this is always the fun part, watching the children get their fingers stuck and trying to figure out how to take it off of their fingers. And this is also the creative part too, is letting your child use their imagination, really explore with patterns and colors and different designs on their sticky part. And they can essentially do whatever they want here. So I'm just gonna tear off some leaves and push them onto the sticky part, and make sure when your child is doing this that they push them in nice and firm so that they stick on all edges, just to try to avoid any like air bubbles or anything. So I'm going to take some of my petals, push that down too. Make sure they're nice and dry as well. You don't want to get any moisture in here. And we'll do maybe some of the leaf from my tulip. Amazing. So now I have the stained glass decorated to how I want it to be. On this side already, it's looking so lovely. So next thing we're gonna do is take our other side of Mac tack that we just cut, and we're gonna place it on top of this. If I can get it open. This is sometimes the tricky part. This is always fun for your child to try too, to try and unstick and practice their fine motor skills. So we're just gonna take this and place it on top. Don't worry if there's air bubbles or it's not completely lined up, that's okay. And then we want to press it as hard as we can to make sure it's sticking on all sides. Look at that. Cool. So now we're gonna take our hole punch, or you can take your scissors if you don't have a hole punch, and just give it a snip in the top. And then we're gonna take our string and get a little bit off, and we're gonna tie it and just loop it right through the hole here. Again, another fine motor skill your child could practice by putting the string through the hole. Give it a little tie at the top, and you can hang these in your window once the light comes through it. It is absolutely beautiful. If you have a door or a window open when they're blowing in the wind, it is just lovely. I love having these for like every season. You can change it up for different plants or different flowers. Really, really cool. Amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed that activity today. Again, one of my favorites. I hope you guys give it a try at home. Let us know how yours turned out, and we will see you very soon. Bye.